Hey future weapon enthusiasts, I'm Nick Young, the CEO of Desert Tech, and I thought it would be really cool to show off my range truck setup that I'm running nowadays. I've been through 3 different range trucks, and I learned a lot throughout the years on how to make everything really convenient and accessible, especially when you have a lot of targetry and rifles and guns that we take out to the desert. So out here in Utah, we shoot in the desert more than we shoot on public ranges. We like to do a lot of distance stuff, so we're pretty much a mobile shooting range in my truck. So right now I'm using these weather guard boxes, and I got one saddle box in the middle and 2 side boxes, and they secure with the lock, and I like these a lot because they're accessible. I like these weather guard boxes a lot better than the old deck drawer system that I have, because they're accessible and I don't have to just pile a bunch of stuff and shove it in a drawer. And I can just reach over the side, and I'm not giving up my entire bed. So I used to have a deck drawer system in my other pickup, and it went up to here. So essentially I couldn't put anything in the back of my truck. But with these weather guard boxes I can, and each side box is large enough that I could put 2. Shh. That's my son Beckett. So we named him after the Thomas Beckett in Sniper. So you can say hi, Beckett. Say hi to Mama. Hi. Anyhow, he asked me why my truck is so dirty. So we just spent 2 days on the range, and I thought it would be cool to just show you what the truck looks like after the range, because usually you can tell how well you're organized in your truck when the event is over, and if it's just a pile of crap, you realize you don't have a good organizational system. So each one of these boxes, I can put 2 HTI 50 calibers in each box, or 2 SRSs in a covert. Right now I have the XM7 SIG rifle and our Wolverine 6.5 Creedmoor in here. So here's the Wolverine, here's the XM7, and I also have a tripod and a spotting scope and a sand sock or whatever, but I had some ammo cans in here before we put them in the other box, but yeah, super nice. It has a lighting system. I like the lighting system. However, you do have the risk of running your battery dead if one of the kids leaves the lid open while you're out in the desert. And so that is one of the precautions, is you don't want your battery to be dead. I've done that before. So saddle box, this is just all kinds of crap. So right now the weather's changing, and so I typically take about 10 different coats with me, because every time I go to the range, people don't realize how cold it gets, especially if you're laying in the prone. So I have a gym bag for my workout. I have an SRS rifle case. I have another bag rest. I got a small toolkit in case we have any kind of problems. I got sockets, screwdrivers, stuff like that. Here, watch out, Beck. I got to climb up here. You like the mud? Oh, here, you can come over here and look up inside of here. So the saddle box has these little nooks on the side. I put toe straps in there and my paint cans. I really like these for the paint cans. They're easily accessible, and they don't, get busted up and underneath everything. So, but toe straps and paint cans on the side, on both sides. I got this is to, if anyone locks their keys in their car, you can just put this in the door frame to get the keys out. So we rescue your sons and daughters and your wife if she ever does that.
Daughters.
Yeah, mostly daughters. Yep, exactly. And then I got a tow strap to pull anybody out that gets stuck. This is a heated vest. My mom gave me that. I have never used it. A tire pump for the car. We can go around this other side. So then I got my range bag here. I got my rifleman's vest here. Cleaning kit. Anyhow, it's again, this is post-range strip, so I haven't really organized or cleaned anything, but you can see it's pretty easy just to throw it back in there. Have everything the way you want it to be. Let me show you this. This is pretty cool here. All right, so when we post targets out in the desert, we will put T-posts in, and if you maybe orient around this way. So I got wood poles for paper, cardboard targets. I got a target stand over there on the left, and I got these T-posts. It's stuck. There we go. So I always have spare T-posts and a post pounder here, and I like having this little nook for my long targetry items. And we'll we'll pound these in the ground and leave them there. So the next time we come out to the the public land area and drop our targets, we can just set them right on top of the T-posts and not have to put them in the ground every single time. So we got steel targetry. I like just putting it on the flat on the bed right here, so that I can just slide it in and out really easy without having to climb back up in the bed very much. But yeah, to drop these on T-posts, I bought these things off Amazon. These are, man, they were really cheap when I bought them. And I bought the targetry off Amazon too, actually. And you just slide that over the top of the T-post and you're done. So super fast and easy way to set targetry. I got a crate of targets. Oh, I got a variety of target sizes. If I want to do more challenging targets, I just put it in this food crate here so that it's not sliding around my whole bed of my truck. Very convenient. I actually have 2 more crates on the side of the house, and I can just kind of swap them in and out as I want them. On the back of my, here, I'll pull this big steel target here. Well, yeah, on the back of my big steel targets, I got the Caldwell shot indicators. It's got Velcro on there. You just Velcro it, and it gives you a light if you hit the steel. So I keep those in the back of my truck because I don't want weather to destroy the electronics, but I got a pouch in the back of my cab for those targets, and I just stick them on. But yeah, super easy to slide it in. This barricade is pretty cool. So I built this barricade, and I cut a hole in the middle of the barricade stop so I could pull, you see these handles here? So I could just pull this tow handle off of the truck box, and I just put a stick through it, and it keeps it from wiggling around. I also stuff my cardboard targets behind there so they don't blow out of the truck while I'm driving. And this is pretty cool. You just pull that out, and then this can come right out. I got the stand braces just toe strapped up to the side.
Back here.
But even though I have, here, I'll climb down here. So very quickly I can drop, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4 long range steel targets plus another 10 off the crate. I can put them out in the field very quickly, and I can drive around with this in my truck, and I still have this full space right here. If I wanted to throw a fridge in there or a dishwasher or something, then I still get the bed of my truck and I can put the tailgate down, and whatever distance I lost from having the saddle box, I regain it with the tailgate. So you're not really giving up anything with the utility of the bed of your truck, having these toolboxes. I love these. So my last truck, I had a deck drawer system with the 2 drawers. You lost tremendous space. Like, you lost this whole side, you lost this whole side, and you lost the center section, and you lost your whole bed. And I'm utilizing all the wasted space just for what I need for these truck boxes. As well, when I had the deck drawer, the water seal failed, and my drawers actually filled up with water during the winter, and I didn't realize it. And I went to pull my SRS out of the truck in the middle of January, and it was actually frozen inside of the ice, and I had to pound the ice to get my rifle out. So the rifle still worked fine, but my screws was a little bit rusted after that. So you come around this way. So the only issue with having this barricade here is it inhibits being able to open the lid on this side, so you might have to take it off to get it in there. I can still pull, stuff out. On this side right now, I got 2 saber-tooth rifles in full auto, which we took to our company party today, and the guys loved shooting. I have 3 ammo cans in there, a bunch of magazines loose sitting in there. As far as the off-road ability of the truck, I did some pretty substantial upgrades to the truck. I put a Bilstein suspension on the truck with more articulation, 37-inch tires with Methods alloy wheels. So I put CBI rock sliders on both sides, so it's not just a step. This will support the entire weight of the truck driving off-road. And it's really great when I need to get up on top. In my toolboxes, I can just step there and then step up on the tire and get up as high as I need to get very conveniently. I think this is SOB fabrication. Did my high clearance rear bumper, so we ended up cutting a little bit of the fender off and bringing everything up higher. My son initially told me it looked weird until he drove it off-road with me, and we were driving down through the trenches, and we have a substantial amount of clearance, so he thinks it's pretty cool now. Yes, and it's Halloween, and my wife is like, man, she does a good job. So I do the work, and she does all the decorations. So I got a CBI front bumper. I love this thing. I think it is sexy beyond belief. It is armored. I got a cattle guard. I don't remember what lighting system I put in there, but we got amber lights in the bumper, an Apex winch from Harbor Freight, which had a big block on top that I pretty much took it all apart and re-engineered it and built a new box on the side to fit it in the bumper. So I need to just tighten that down so it's not hanging. Very cool. I got skid plates all along the bottom. You might could get down there and see them. But yeah, it's goes all the way down along the bottom of the truck. And these are Morimoto lights inside of the bumper. I think this is Alpha Rex, I think is the name of them. These things are awesome. When I lock the car, it does like the little, yeah, that looks pretty neat. So it's not hanging. Just tighten that down so it's not hanging. Very cool. I got skid plates all along the bottom. You might could get down there and see them. But yeah, it's goes all the way down along the bottom of the truck. And these. So again, this is after 2 days of Morimoto lights inside of the bumper. I haven't really done anything on inside the truck other than adding, my light bar control panel. This was initially epoxy to the dash, but it fell off, and as I shut the door, it crimped the wires. So I need to actually rebuild this because my light bars don't work right now because it damaged the wiring. I have a center seat. I got this model of truck because I have a lot of kids and I wanted to be able to, you know, have the kids sit in the middle, you know, just your typical power connections. But yeah, I like the truck quite a lot. It doesn't handle that great, but it does a really good job off-road, and it's got plenty of clearance with the suspension. I think I brought it up 2 inches on the suspension, put the 37-inch tires on, so I'm probably, you know, 5 inches above stock height. And then I got the high clearance bumpers on the front and the back, so this thing can do its job off-road. But it doesn't handle that great on the highway, unfortunately. So we just have to have more fun on the weekends than what we're having now. So I you okay?
I'm shifting over all your stuff.
All right. So the other thing I did inside is I have this little pouch on the back. On my my shot indicators that have dead batteries, I have them in the left pouch. The ones that don't have dead batteries, I have in the right pouch. But this is pretty much my junk pouch. You know, your mountain money, toilet paper, anything the kids decide that they don't want to take in to throw away after they go for a road trip, they leave in there. I don't really like the pouch. I really want to redo that. And then I have under my seat here, this came with it. I really want to change this out to be something different. But I have a thin armor plate vest, hunter orange, because always we forget that when we go hunting, and so I just keep it in the truck. First aid kit. This is a more elaborate first aid kit, and in this kit I also have spare magazines that are loaded for in the event of an emergency. I want to keep and then a hat, toe straps, you know, miscellaneous. I want to organize this much better, and I want to put a Micron truck rifle in here to have at the ready in case there's ever an emergency. I'd have my low visibility plate carrier Micron rifle, and then my kit to run and gun with. So, but yeah, other seat, I think I have my scriptures under that seat over there underneath. So, you know, my toys, and then my scriptures over there. So.
Lunch is on the floor.
Oh, and then I tuck in rolled up paper targets, because always when you go to the range, then we forget paper targets, and you don't want them blown away in the back. So I just roll them up and stick them in the side right here. Anyhow, but yeah, I hope this inspires you guys to try to set up your vehicles to where it's super easy to drop targets and shoot. So thanks for watching.